Starting a YouTube channel seems like an easy thing from the outside looking in, but when you start to break down the components of what it actually takes, it can seem really daunting to a lot of people. And I personally totally get it. When I first started making videos, I had no clue what I was doing. Things like cameras, screen recording, thumbnails, keywords, they were all foreign topics to me, and I had to learn them just like you'll have to learn them if you want to start creating. Today, you and I are going to go through everything, and I mean everything, that you need to know in order to start creating great content here on YouTube. And most importantly, I'm going to be putting everything into an easily digestible and understandable format, so things like video editing software and cameras and lighting, at the end of this video, at least I hope, they're not going to seem like such hard to understand and foreign topics. Before this video does begin, make sure to hit that like button down below. It really does help this channel and these type of videos reach and ultimately help more people. With that being said, let's jump straight into it. So step one of building a YouTube channel is choosing a general topic for your videos. And this really does depend on your personality, on your hobbies, what you're actually into, and more importantly, what you can provide value on. When you're creating your videos and you're building out your channel, especially as a new YouTuber, you want to have some type of channel cohesion, meaning if a viewer watches one of your videos and then clicks the link to your channel, you're gonna want that viewer to see a bunch of other relevant videos so that they're more likely to subscribe and engage with you. If your YouTube channel has 3 cooking videos, 2 video game related videos, and then maybe a news video, well, those topics don't really merge well together, and a viewer that's actually taking a look at your channel isn't going to really resonate with it, making it a less likely chance that they're going to subscribe to your content in the future. So when you're picking out a topic, you want to make sure that you have some sort of resemblance in it, and it doesn't have to be so specific that you can only make videos on that one particular thing. Take tech for an instance. Maybe you're really into tech. You could create a YouTube channel all around different types of smartphones, tablets, computers, and software around tech. Maybe you're a creative guy and you want to do photo editing tutorials or photo editing videos in general. It's up to you, but remember, you want to have, again, that cohesion. So if you're doing that type of stuff, you wouldn't want to put in a bunch of different travel videos. And then, as I mentioned previously, you want your videos to have some type of value to the user that's watching. As a new channel, you don't have any type of personal brand built, which means, unfortunately, watching a vlog isn't going to be the #1 thing on someone's priority list throughout the day. The only way that your videos are really going to be seen is, 1, they're either too entertaining to miss in the algorithm, or 2, they solve a problem, and we'll get into that more in the later sections. Step 2, once you've already found and come up with a topic around your channel, is I want you to create a list of video ideas, and this can be very expansive. You can go ahead and create 50 to 100 video ideas on that topic. The key here is to come up with everything on your mind and make sure that you write it down, because if you're like me, I definitely can't remember 50 to 100 video topics at once. I always have some type of file on my computer or written down with all of the topics that I'm thinking about creating content on. It's very important that you have somewhere where that's stored so you can go back and reference it and cross things out once you've already completed something. The goal here is to just pick your brain and brainstorm some things that you'd be passionate about creating content on. Step number 3 is to do a little bit of research on which videos are going to perform the best in the YouTube algorithm. Now, there are a couple of tools that you can use that are free to use online that allow you to get search volume traffic rankings on specific video topics and keywords. The one I specifically use is vidIQ. I'll leave a link in the description down below, but essentially what that does for me is it allows me to go ahead and do a little bit of research on the video topics I'm thinking about creating before I go ahead and put all of my energy and time into them. Remember, it's not good enough in today's YouTube day and age to create videos that you like. You have to be creating content that's going to be searchable and rankable, especially when you're a new channel. That's how you're going to get those first couple subscribers, first couple views on your videos. Going back to the previous topics, solving problems is huge here. This is why some of the most viewed videos on my channel are tutorial related content, and it's because they solve a problem that someone's searching for on YouTube. If you think about it, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the entire world, right behind Google, which is, you know, it's kind of weird because Google and YouTube are the same company technically, but that's my point. YouTube is a video search engine at its finest. If you create content that's favored towards that search engine, your videos are going to do well. Step number 4 is to brand your channel. Now, this can go as far or as few as you like. My personal recommendation is that you get these things right here. So number 1, you want to have a logo for your channel, have something that's cohesive, or personally, you could also go for the picture of your face if you want to use your real name or perhaps an alias that just has your real profile picture in it. That's up to you. That's what I do for my YouTube channel, but you can also get a logo made for your channel as well. Number 2, make sure that you have some type of banner put up on your channel that represents what your channel is about. You can go on places like Fiverr.com if you're on a budget to get things like logos and banners made. If you have a little bit more cash to spend on this, then you can go to someone personally like myself. I'm not plugging myself, I just used to do this in the past as freelance work. You can go ahead and find a designer that can design you a professional logo and a banner, and that quality level is going to be a little bit higher than if you choose to go on Fiverr from personal experience. But Fiverr for when you're first starting your YouTube channel is by all means perfect. The next one is not a necessity, but it's something that I like to have in my videos because I enjoy watching them back and knowing that I have that high production quality. They're little video graphics, so things like lower thirds that promote your social media, intros for your videos, outros and end cards. Those are going to help build up your brand throughout your videos, but it's not the most important thing to have as a new channel. Again, this is something that if you can either create yourself or if you have a little bit of extra cash to spend, go ahead and pick up some pre-mades on sites like Visuals by Impulse or Creator Set, or ultimately you can again go and purchase something from an individual designer. Step number 4 is to get all of the required equipment ready for your channel. Now, depending on what type of videos you're making, this is going to vary a ton. If you plan on recording yourself like I am right here, you're going to want to make sure that you have some sort of camera. Now, in 2020, the cameras on your phones are perfectly fine for recording any type of video content. They're very high quality, but if you want to go that extra step, you can always go for a point and shoot or a DSLR camera. Personally, I'm recording this video right now with the Canon G7X Mark II. It's a point and shoot camera. It's around $500, so it's a little expensive for when you're first starting your YouTube channel, but it's widely used for a bunch of vlogging channels out there, and it definitely does serve a better purpose than just your regular phone camera. If you have a little bit of a higher budget, I would personally recommend going with a higher end DSLR camera that has a full frame sensor with interchangeable lenses. I would recommend the Sony a7 III, and that's something that I'm going to be looking to purchase myself later on as well to just increase that production value on my videos. Alongside cameras, you're going to want to invest in some sort of lighting equipment. Now, this can be as inexpensive or expensive as you want. You can go ahead and purchase a $1,000 Aperture 300D with a light dome if you really want to go to that extreme. If you don't want to go to that extreme like I have right now, I have this little light. I don't remember the exact name of it, but I will put a link to it on screen right now, and you can go ahead and check the description as well. But this light that I'm using right now allows the ISO on my camera to be at a much lower setting, increasing the production value. Something that I definitely learned when I was getting into cameras for my YouTube videos was that a really awesome $5,000 camera is going to look like crap if you don't have proper lighting, while you can definitely make a cheaper $300 or $400 camera look amazing if you have proper lighting. Lighting is the key, guys. It really is, and it's something that I've definitely learned while I've been creating videos. So yeah, make sure that whatever camera you decide to use, you have some sort of lighting while you're recording. If you just want to record your PC screen, your smartphone, or your gaming console screen, then you can go ahead and find the particular software that you need to use in order to do that. On PC, I personally use Streamlabs OBS to record my computer screen. If you're on smartphone, it has a built-in button that allows you to record your screen. And then if you're on console, there's a couple of different things you can do. You can use the built-in recording softwares, although I definitely wouldn't recommend that because the quality is pretty on that. But you can also use a Elgato HD60S. Those things will allow you to transfer the data structure from your consoles to your PC and record your gameplay that way. Lastly, on the equipment list is some sort of microphone or audio input. Personally, I use the Blue Yeti microphone. It's a USB microphone and it does the job perfectly fine. It's a little bit expensive on the new channel side of things, but it definitely does serve its purpose for someone who's looking to kind of up that production quality like I do in my videos. But you can more than happily start off with your smartphone audio system and mic. That's going to work perfectly fine for almost any type of video that you need to make. But if you're sitting at a desk like I do for when I'm recording my videos, you could probably go ahead and invest in a standard USB microphone, like say even the Blue Snowball, and that's going to definitely increase the quality of your microphone speaking into the video. It's going to help with that audience retention and production value of your videos. But again, that's not necessary and you don't need that when you're a new channel. You just need the basic microphone that comes with your phone, and that's going to again work perfectly fine. Step 6 is to actually record your video, and this is again going to vary a ton by what type of videos you're going to make. A couple key rules that I would like to throw up here is making sure that you're recording at least 10 minutes per video. This is going to allow your videos to have mid-roll monetization ads down the line, and I know when you're a new channel you don't have access to those monetization features, but trust me, you're gonna wish that you did include those 10-minute videos, because say one of them pops off later down the road, it gets like 1 million views, you don't want to be in a position where you're missing out on thousands of dollars of additional revenue when you do get that monetization turned on for your channel just because you don't have 10-minute videos. Not all videos are going to be able to be made 10 minutes long, but for the ones that you can stretch, add a little bit more value, give some Q&A even at the end of your videos when you have a little bit more of a subscriber base, maybe talk a little bit longer or extra about a very specific topic you're passionate about. There are a ton of things you can do to increase the length of your videos, but ultimately it's going to again increase the search engine viability of those videos and allowing advertisers to place more ads on those videos, which will just allow them to get more views. And I'm sorry if that sounds a little bit confusing, but it's the best way that I can kind of describe it. So yeah, 10-minute videos, do them if you can. It's going to help boost your videos in the search engines, and it's going to help you earn more money in the long run. Secondly, you want to make sure that you're talking with somewhat of an enthusiastic voice like I am in this video. This is going to go a long ways in keeping the audience retention of whoever's watching. If you're talking like this, you know, like a really monotone voice, it's not going to keep people engaged with your videos. You need to speak up, you need to be loud and clear, and you need to again keep that engagement for that user watching. Lastly, this tip kind of only applies to people who are recording themselves, but you want to make sure that you have proper framing in your videos. So me personally, you can see that my head, if you kind of draw the imaginary boxes for when you're actually framing your videos, the center of my face is in the middle of the box, and that is going to help a lot when it comes to framing your videos. Now, if I wanted to put text on the left side of my screen here, I would move the framing to something like this, and that way I'd have room for text. Or I could just do it in post-production, but it does help a lot if you have the proper framing already set in place. And again, that's just a tip if you're using cameras like I am for this video. Step number 7 is editing your videos. Now, this is where a lot of people are turned off by creating videos because it can be a little bit complex when you have no idea what you're doing. And I very distinctly remember that feeling. Back when I started creating videos, I was using Vegas Pro, or formerly known as Sony Vegas Pro. It's what all of the big YouTubers were using to edit their videos at the time, and just taking a look at the software, it looked so confusing, and I had nowhere near the experience that I do now, and I didn't know where to start. Luckily, things have changed from the time that I started making videos, and you can very easily just search how to use this program here on YouTube or on Google, and you're going to be able to find a detailed tutorial that allows you to go ahead and learn those programs. Alternatively, you can go ahead and take some classes on digital learning sites and communities like Skillshare. I will leave an affiliate link in the description down below if you want to go ahead and check out Skillshare. I also have 2 classes. You can check those out if you're interested as well. Getting back to the editing software, there are 2 main editing softwares, well, technically 3 that I would recommend. Number 1 is DaVinci Resolve, and this is a 100% free editing software that you can download to Windows or Mac, and it is very professional. You can upgrade for an additional fee. I'm not sure what that is, but the free version of the software is 100% fine for new creators looking to get into editing their YouTube videos. I personally use Adobe Premiere Pro, and this comes with my Adobe Creative Cloud subscription. You don't have to get this if you don't want to, but I like having all of my software in the Adobe suite. I use Adobe Photoshop, Lightroom, Premiere Pro, After Effects, Illustrator. I use almost all of the essential Adobe programs to create content, and that is what I use for my videos. But again, go ahead and get DaVinci Resolve for a free alternative if you don't want to go ahead and spend that extra money up front. If you're on Mac, Final Cut Pro X is also a really good option to edit your videos in. That is just kind of an alternative to Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, once you've finished editing your video, step number 8 is to design the thumbnail of your video. I have a complete tutorial on how to do this in Adobe Photoshop linked in the description as well as on screen, so go check that out if you want to learn how to design epic looking thumbnails. But thumbnails are really important for your video because they're going to increase the click-through rate on those videos. With an increased click-through rate on your videos, they're going to be recommended more on YouTube and ultimately get more views. And I know, again, when you're first starting out, well, you're like, oh, I have to learn how to talk to the camera, I have to learn video editing, and now I have to learn how to design thumbnails. I know it's really overwhelming, but trust me, just stick with me here. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort to learn how to design something that's relatively good looking. Some key things that I would say on thumbnails is making sure that your text stands out from the background and making sure that it has some sort of wow factor so that when someone's scrolling on YouTube or they see that thumbnail in the suggested feeds, they're so enticed by whatever it is that they just have to click on it. So you want to get into that type of mindset when you're designing thumbnails for your YouTube videos. The final step, step number 9, is to upload your video to YouTube. By now you have your thumbnail design, you've edited your video, and it's time to upload it and show the world what you've got. You want to make sure that your title is both SEO friendly as well as catches the attention of the user. Similar to the thumbnail, the title and the thumbnail work hand in hand in increasing the click-through rate on your videos. And with an increased click-through rate, you just get more views. That's how the system is built. Now, don't clickbait your videos. Please do not take what I'm about to say for that, but you want to have some sort of element in your title that's going to entice viewers to click. For example, if you make travel vlogs about India, and I know I use this type of example in all of my tutorials, so I apologize for that, but if you have travel vlogs in India, don't title your video "My Travel Vlog in India." Don't do that. Nobody is going to click on it. Instead, you want to opt for a title such as, "Oh my goodness, the camel did not do this to this guy." It's funny. I don't know why I thought of that. I don't even know if there's camels in India. I'm sure there are, but my point is increased click-through rate on the title equals more views, and in order to do that, you have to have somewhat of an enticing title. But remember, it also serves the purpose of search engine optimization, so have the title be something that someone's actually searching for if you're creating tutorial or value-based content as well. Next, you want to make sure that the description of your YouTube video includes the keywords on the first 2 lines on what the video is about. It kind of works hand in hand with the title and the tags of your videos. It increases the search engine viability if you have the basic keywords of your video in the description. Lastly, make sure you include tags on your videos, and tags in its simplest form are just search terms that people are going to use when they search for your video in the YouTube search bar. Whew, I know guys, that was a ton of information and I hope you found it useful. I don't know how long this video is. I think it's like 20 or 25 minutes at this point, but guys, if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating on this video down below. Again, it really does help out with the YouTube algorithm as we're all talking about today. Subscribe for more content in the future regarding YouTube and content creation. I'm always continuing to post on that type of stuff. Good luck out there creating your YouTube channels. Feel free to reach out to me on Twitter if you want to ask me personalized questions. Until next time, guys, my name's Delvige and I'm out. Peace.